We had some freezing rain going on. A crazy dog. But this is the problem with grafting in the winter time. Solid ice on the top of this graft. I don't want to break it off and ruin my graft, so I'm just going to let it melt. But we got that going on there. Same over here on the top. Got another graft over there. See the ribbon? And then we did some layering over here, mound layering technique. And that's not too bad. But a lot of the fruit was beginning to bud. So now we've got ice. This is all ice, this isn't snow. And then here in the blueberries, I did a lot of simple layering in these pots, but you can see this is all, well, of course that's going to be hard, but this is all ice. So the only recourse is just to let it be. 3 in that pot, 1 here, 4 in that one, 1 and 1. But this is the downside of having a warm winter that suddenly becomes freezing. All this was beginning to bud out. My garlics, let's go look at my garlic. All the garlic was coming up. Is coming up. Can you see? This one's actually starting to grow taller because of the ice. So this is all going to die back. Elephant garlics here, all going to die back. But you know, that'll come back. What I'm really concerned about was the early blooms on my fruit. All of these buds were coming out, and see how much ice now. So my grafting is at risk, my layering is at risk, but let's go look at my air layering. So this one has moss in it. I'm doing an air layering technique, moss, wrapped in aluminum foil, and for some reason there's just not that much ice on here. It's barely frozen. And I only did this week, so probably no roots setting yet, but again, we were getting buds. And then over here is another air layering with dirt and in a container. And while it does have ice on it, it's really protected in this plastic. So these two I had my doubts about, but now I see that in this situation, I think they're superior. Because those flimsy plastic bags over there are not doing a very good job of holding their stuff together. And again, same pear tree. This is a pear buds. So we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be like this for the next 4 or 5 days, which means a nice hard freeze. We'll see what happens. Hopefully the fruit crop, which was bad last year, I hope it's not bad again this year, except my blueberries and blackberries were good. Chickens are doing good. I got a little heater up inside their coop because they're so young. They're pullets, still they're not even 16 weeks old yet, they're like 12 or 14 weeks. Brought them out, you can see on the ramp over there, it's under cover. That was warm. Water in the containers was warm. It's heating up now. Or I mean cooling down. Broke off the ice on that container. Brought them out more just corn so they can warm up. But they're really just spending time in the coop. So they're doing pretty good. And yeah, I guess we'll just see what happens. It's beautiful, but I hope it's not deadly. Killing off all my fruit tests. So that's it for today. We expect our power to go out. We have above ground power lines still because we're so far out in the boonies. That's okay, we got the wood stove going. See over there, we've got our solar, I guess you call them a solar generator, which is ridiculous. It's a solar panel that's charging 2 deep cycle batteries. So we can have some limited light and run the CPAP machine. And computers. We downloaded some movies. Be careful on this slide. All my daffodils. I mean, this is how warm it was. These are all daffodils, and I actually have some blooms in the house that were all coming up. These were actually onions coming up. Swiss chard, freezing. I'll see. Here you can see daffodils under cover. They're starting to get ready to bloom. But I'll do a video on our solar generator here, and actually, even with this low light, it's charging. It's 100% right now. So, Stan, my husband, Mr. OSP, made this. He took a toolkit box, and so it's like on wheels and easy hook and unhook. Just wheel it in the house, so that's pretty cool. So we'll do a video on that soon. Anyway, there you have it. Cross your fingers that the freezing rain doesn't kill everything. So, what's the weather like in your area? Today's February 12th, 2021.